Russian attacks inside Ukraine raged on. Our chief international correspondent is in Moscow for us. Kier, good morning to you.
Well, Craig, good morning. And still no response this morning in public from President Putin to President Trump's peace deal ultimatum. Russian government ministers have been dismissing the deadline, but ultimately it is one man inside the Kremlin behind me there, President Putin, whose view that really counts here. Meanwhile, President Zelensky praising the new White House approach, saying the Russians only understand force. This morning, as Ukrainian firefighters battle the aftermath of another Russian airstrike, President Trump, he hasn't spoken with President Putin.
He says he wants peace. He does. So far, it's all talk and no action.
Since setting his 50-day deadline, aiming to force the Russian leader to compromise.
A lot of opinions change very rapidly. It might not be 50 days. It might be much sooner than 50 days.
He says Patriot air defenses, new weapons for Ukraine, are on their way.
They're coming in from Germany. The United States gets paid back in full.
While the president insisting Ukraine must not target Russia's capital if it gets long-range missiles. After the Financial Times reported, citing two sources, he asked President Zelensky, "Can you hit Moscow?" The White House saying President Trump was merely raising a question, not encouraging further killing. Outside the Kremlin, Russians responding with defiance. Does it scare you?
No.
Why not?
Why should scare me?
We used to say that Trump and Putin had like kind of a friendship, but now clearly, I mean, they don't.
One Russian we met, a student in Moscow, admitted to some apprehension.
And I actually seen the drones one time, and this long-range missile is, it's alarming.
Those Ukrainian drones continue, but Ukraine has been bombarded by Putin's forces. In the past few hours, the Russian leader's spokesman telling state media the Kremlin notes President Trump's statements expressing disappointment, whilst hoping Trump will put pressure on the Ukrainian side too. Back in Moscow, we found Russia.
Peace in America.
But for now, their voices are fading. And as we speak, Craig, President Putin is on a trip east of Moscow here, visiting factories. That would give him the opportunity to respond to President Trump in public if he should. Well, Craig is not a man who easily yields to pressure. Craig?
Our chief international correspondent Kier Simmons for us there in Moscow. Kier, thank you.
Also this morning, police say they have a suspect in